Hello, brothers and sisters. Today I'm going to talk about a very significant topic. All the pre Christian traditions had ancestral worship in them, had a relationship with the spirits of the nature that was very alive. Many of the practitioners, the true ones, didn't have the altars done in the home like we do right now. Rather, they had the altars done at the point where the meeting between the sorcerer, wizard, initiate, solomancer met with the spirits of the nature in that location. The spirits of the nature knew about the visit, and it was appointment between the sorcerer and the spirits or the priest of the tradition. Because at one point, all the sorcerers or all the magicians we call them today, like so, were actually priests of an ancient tradition. So today I'm going to present to you one of the, it's my happy reason. I have many reasons to be happy about this. I'm going to present to you one of the lesser known, but very powerful and very important Queen of Fairies. Uh, the Queen of Fairies. Fairies are very important and very powerful spirits. Uh, I'm going to present to you a bit about the fairy mysticism and fairy magic. In Maoshan tradition, the fairies are known as fox ladies, or let's say they are called fox spirits. In Irish tradition or English or Nordic tradition, in the Nordic tradition, they are the alphas or the Disir. And in Eastern Europe, they have other names like Yelele, Samodivas, or whatnot. Uh, People who know me from close proximity for many years know that I don't speak about this lightly and I speak with a lot of respect. And even if I am an acquaintance of this category of spirits at an intimate level, definitely, even if you know me for 1 year, that would be too less for me to speak about details about my relationship with this kind of specific spirits. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Uh, Faye. Exactly, Faye. All right. Thank you for joining in the fun. Blessings, blessings to you too. Yeah. So today, introducing to you a queen fairy called Ileana Cosanzeana. Ileana is her actual name, and Cosanzeana means the queen of fairies. And this is a very specific queen of fairies. This is a spirit actually that survived the passing to Christianity. She dresses up as the Mother Mary in this tradition, although she's not like Mother Mary. Yes, you're always welcome on this channel. So this spirit is actually the queen of Samadivas. And I have created practices that have also to do with the runes, of course. And I have also been inspired practices in order to connect with the spirit, because actually the spirit of a folk, the spirit of a nation, is focused in such a spirit. These spirits are like, I just received a message. Yeah, okay, wait. So this spirit is like um, has in it all the virtues of a nation. And if you're working with the spirit, it's like you're talking with the head principle of the soul of the nation. But this spirit is in charge with everything that happens at the soul level around the geographical location of the nature of the nation also. In it is reserved the treasures, the blessings that are about to pour upon the nation. And if you do not respect the Samodivas, or if you do not respect the Yelele, or if you mistreat a lover of a Samodiva, or a lover of a queen of the fairies, you would get yourself in trouble for multiple generations. So a priest of such wonderful spirits must be respected. He will never say to your face, I'm married actually with maybe an entity that you don't want to mess with ever in your life, or stuff like this, you know. You don't want to do this. So to cultivate a relationship with the fairies need to be understood. They are of multiple virtues. There are elemental fairies who live in forests, who live in different locations, in mounts, especially. There is actually a location here next to where I live right now that actually is a city of fairies. The people that I went to with this, I went there multiple times. But every time I went there with certain groups of initiates, or with friends, or with lesser initiates, always everyone had there an experience with the that type of fairy entities, in which they actually dreamed about them, or they were initiated by them, or it was an actual exchange of offering, acknowledgement. And if these kind of spirits are not awakened by generations, let's say 500 years pass, and there is nobody awakening them, there is nobody entering in contact with them, and all of a sudden maybe you do this, you're gonna get all the attention, baby, from them, in a way that you're not prepared to deal with at the beginning. They may mess up with your relationships, they may mess up with your schedule, they may mess up with your life in a way that it helps you. They will remove maybe from your life persons that are entirely demonic, negative, uh, or they will kind of protect you from misfortune in many ways. So the relationship with such entities, it is very alive. It's not like you need to pray and wait for 5 months to convince yourself that the prayer was listened to. No, they are very fast listeners. They are very good listeners. I do believe that they are on pair with the ancestors. So if you do ancestral worships and you work with entities of this kind of nature, they are on the kind of on the same level of listening. They really care. Your ancestors maybe care or not about you. You know, all of us like to think they do. Still, entities of this nature require there is a back and forth. There is a service you do to them, and there is a service they do to you. Uh, but all in all, the agendas they carry are ancient agendas. They simply don't like humans, like the modern ones. So if you find yourself in the presence of a person that is beloved is a beloved of these entities, that person may be a special person, because usually fairies or this type of entities do not like humans by default. So if they like you, means that maybe you and humans are don't have too many things in common in the common sense. I mean, maybe you pray a lot, maybe you do a lot of meditation, maybe you do a lot of fasting, maybe you have a special set of mindset that maybe is not so common to the world. Maybe you emanate a certain frequency of spiritual nature that they can digest. Because, for example, if there is someone in a corporate world full of thoughts of corporal nature, full of, they have like 10 lovers everywhere and they are cheating on themselves with 10 other. They have a low moral compass and whatnot. Like in the modern society, the majority of people have a low moral compass. So, working with this type of entities does require a high moral compass, by the way, because the rules they go by are ancient. And we know that in the ancient world, when you've done grave mistakes, when you have not respected your vows or oaths, you know, uh, sorry for the language, but I'm gonna say it like this. You can read it on my lips. Fuck around and find out. You know. So that's why, basically, these are the chief's initiators of the tradition or whatnot. When the Abrahamic people came in charge on the planet with their weird compulsive behaviors of prayer or whatnot, when when the Abrahamic people came and chased the fairy worship away, they confused the fairies with bad spirits, demons. They even had litanies or religious practices to cast them away or consider them negative spirits. So basically, a person who is carries within themselves Abrahamic energy and flavor usually is kind of toxic to these fairies, and these entities are toxic to him. They uh, mutually exclude each other. Hello there, Moonlight. Well, I was talking about some fairies today. Like, these are from the tradition of my homeland, you know? And we are speaking today about the queen of the fairies, Ileana Cosanzeana, which is like Ma. Like, we can say she is a form of Ma in the Romanian tradition, actually, you know? She's also very gentle. It's a very gentle energy. It's a very loving, gentle energy. I mean, you cannot ask this lovely entity to like do ferocious deeds, okay? But she can bless your meal. She can maybe chase away negativeness or cleanse your aura or cleanse your heart, or she can do a shower of light upon you. I mean, all the like gentle, nice, kind stuff, you know. Many forms also. She's the queen of the fairies in a sense that, for example, Ma is the queen of the 64 Dakinis, Yoginis in the tantric version, you know. And there are tantric practices in Hinduism that actually, Moonlight, that actually work with the fairies. You know that there is actually fairy work. They are called apsaras. So there are fairies in Hinduism too, by the way. Apsaras, very powerful entities. And only some special gurus can initiate you and maybe give you like a bit of a permission to work with those fairies and give you those secret mantras to summon them, apsaras. I'm going to talk with you about this at one point. Remind me when maybe we will check it out tomorrow, okay? We're going to talk about this. Apsaras are very powerful entities that they work for Ma. They are like in the service of Ma, and they give the practitioners an aura of magnetism, an aura of attractiveness that is supernatural. So definitely, supernatural attractiveness is one of the boons of this kind of entities. But the offerings differ from tradition to tradition. Do these spirits migrate between people? Absolutely, because people migrate also. And if an initiate who is deeply in touch with spirits of this nature migrates to another country or whatnot, they may take some baggages of spiritual nature with them. I've actually seen it. So yes, this is a very gentle form of divine mother, very gentle. But at the same time, it deals with a lot of healing, blesses the herbs for healing, cures multiple diseases in certain days of the week or hours, uh, balances the body. They are like the doctors, the spirit doctors in nature, perfect ones. They can heal you of stuff you never knew you had, or they can heal you even of or prevent future diseases or illnesses to enter your body. So having intimate connection with spirits of this nature is a special gift. I mean, uh, they do not go well hand in hand with cities. They like to live in woods. They like to live in rivers. They have special locations like in deserted fountains, maybe, or places where mounds or gravestones of initiates are, or mm, there are ways to contact them at the crossroads, but those are quite hardcore. Visiting them at the mounds or finding out where their location is an art in itself. In Hinduism, is the Vastu. You can apply Vastu principles and to try to read the energy where an area is heavily charged with spirits of this nature, of this positive nature. They usually build temples on them, but in the modern world, they don't do it. Don't do it anymore. So the majority of the ancient temples built in certain locations throughout the cultures of the world were built on top of or around places where these spirits feel more at home. Let's say many of these spirits in certain cultures, from Hinduism to the Arabic world and from the Greek mysticism to Egyptians and whatnot, many of these spirits, these queens and kings of the fairy world, actually became the gods of those people. Many people don't know this. Don't know this. Yes, ley lines, but ley lines also coincide with centers of power. So the veins of power. So for example, if I connect with a ley line, and if you connect with me, you're gonna feel it. But these ley lines lead to intersections of ley lines. And the intersections of the ley lines produce at a surface level beautiful locations for those temples, and they attract a lot of spirits of this nature to them. Also, what I would like to say is in other traditions, at least here, we have planetary fairies. I mean, spirits or shaktis of the planets. Not only the planet spirit in itself, but actually fairies of the planets, you know, which have a certain behavior and have a very high level of knowledge, very high level of knowledge. So there are like more playful fairies. There are fairies who may want to, let's say, visit you for other purposes than knowledge. Let's put it this way. But there are also very highly knowledgeable entities. So you can get a lot of knowledge from the other world in a very fast forward pace. You cannot keep, sometimes you cannot keep up with the level of knowledge they are providing. No matter how well instructed you are, no matter how good of an occultist you are, or esotericist, you are always going to remain behind them because the level of knowledge they accumulated in thousands of years is amazingly beautiful and very hard digest in a single human life, you know. So yeah, actually interacting with entities of this nature, not imagining that you do so, will impact your life in ways you have never thought possible before, you know. And yeah, anyway, if someone has any, so I was presenting to you today one of the divine mothers. As you guys know and follow my channel for such a long time, I'm a devotee of the divine mother in all its forms and many cultures. So I cannot worship anything else. It's boring. Divine Mother is never boring to worship. Joking. So yes, if there are any questions, Freya, thank you for your assistance like always. All right. Thank you, Moonlight, for your presence here. I'm gonna chit chat with you tomorrow. By the way, I've done the thing. We will check it out tomorrow. And yeah, many blessings to you, brothers and sisters. Have a blessed evening.